And welcome to Magical Maiden's Jewelry Tutorials on Magical Maiden. Okay, so today what I'm doing is I'm going to be making a necklace. First a pendant, then the necklace, using some chain, just like this, that I've used in the past, but different colors. Now, in case you haven't seen the video where I showed you all these filigree connectors that I got, go check that video. I'll also link it to the end screen. And you get a random amount. These are the rhodium. They have silver and gold. I got the rhodium. And you don't get everything you see in that picture when you go to the site, but they'll give you maybe 5 of something, 1 of something else, 6 of something. It's random. But you know, if you want, order 2 packages of those. They're relatively inexpensive and you get a lot of goodies. Okay, so go check out that video in case you haven't seen it. Okay, so what I'm going to make today is similar but different to the necklace I made using one of these. Now, I made a lariat necklace. Some of you may have remembered and seen it on. It's a lariat. And it has, so it has like a chain hanging, and it using the black beaded, it's like a diamond cut. It's very sparkly. Okay, so now this is the necklace I made using an acrylic gemstone, but I didn't have a black one, so I painted it with black nail polish. You got to get creative sometimes, and that's what I did, and that's what this looks like. What I'm going to do is, so I have another one of these, and what I did was yesterday I glued one of the flowers that I had in here. You get a number of different items. You don't just, you could even triple it with a flower and then another flower like that. You could just layer these. That's what I love about these. And like, say I wanted to get creative, I could glue one of these to it, or get one of the butterflies and do that. But I chose the flower. Like I said, you can layer these, but I'm undecided what chain. Since I already have one in the black, I no longer need to do that. But I could use a yellow. I have the yellow, like a citrine yellow. I could use that with a yellow acrylic gemstone, or I can use the blue with the blue, or the pink with the pink acrylic gemstone. And I have different sizes and whatnot. So I am undecided. So what you're going to do is you should play with everything so you know what you want. So if I do the pink, I will glue that. And I have a top. But if I didn't use that, I could always do the blue. Now I have more of these. I'm not sure if I have more of the big flower, but I can use another flower if I decide to do one in blue. So now that's what that would look like. Or I can do red. I can also do red. So if I don't do the yellow and I do the red instead, let's see what that would look like. So I can do red instead, see? And I can do the same. Now I don't have as much of the red chain, so I would have to improvise doing that. I would do that and then maybe add extra chain and then have enough for some red beads to stick below. So I decided on actually the yellow. It's quite summery, and I think I'm going to do that now. I was going to use the yellow acrylic gemstone, but then it just kind of looks boring because it doesn't stand out as much. So like if you're looking at this and say I kick the orange one out and use the yellow, see, it's kind of not as eye-catching, and then it just blends in. Granted, it looks nice and it matches, but the orange is an eye popper. So that's what I'm going to do, and we're going to make another lariat necklace, different than the other one, using this chain. Now you can find these in BB Crafts. If I can find the link, I will post it below along with the filigree connectors. Find this part. Now before I glue this, I want to hook up the chain and everything. And the reason being is because then you move it around, and I don't want to move that around too much. So I'm just going to put this aside where it's safe. Now I'm going to take this one to see how long I want my chain. So I'm going to hook up a chain, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up the chain like that. I'm going to go a little shorter because this tends to hang a little longer, but we'll see. So I'm going to go from here, and I'm going to do that. It's very simple. I love these pieces of chain. They have so many different colors and styles. Of course, you can make your own with beads if you want. And like I said, if you want to remove the links, they're very easy to do like I'm doing. See? And then, but you want to make sure you close it because you don't want to ruin it for the next time you have to use it. Okay. So now I'm going to find that, and we're going to hook it with two 6mm jump rings. Now we're just hooking the jump ring up over here, and on the other side we have the jump ring with the clasp. Okay, so now we're going to do the bottom pieces, and I'm only going to let 3, so I'm going to unhook this end piece. Now after you finish this, if you find that you don't like the way it's sitting too long, you could always shorten this and remove a couple of links, but always save these because, you know, they're always good if you're going to make dangly pieces, if you're making earrings, anything. They're always good to save all the links because you never know when you're going to need that. Okay, so now I'm going to go, there's a hole right here. Final piece. See how fast? The most is taking the other layer. Now, like I said, you may get 3 of these flowers, 4 of these flowers, see? And I just layered it on top of there. It's random, so these are affordable enough, the filigree connectors, that you could actually get 2 packages. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the glue in the center. And then put the acrylic gemstone right there. And then press down. Okay, for the final thing to do, once that's fully dry, okay, or at least wait 10 to 15 minutes, you're going to take a Q-tip and rubbing alcohol, and then just gently go over that to remove any glue or fingerprints, okay? And you can do that with your whole thing, because, you know, you might have your fingerprints all over, and this really gets it all shiny, and if you get any glue, it really gets the glue off, okay? And now we have a nice summer lariat necklace to wear, and I'm going to stick around because I'm going to show you some nice pictures of it finished. And like I said, if it is too long for you, say, you could just remove another link. So here it is, the final part of it all. You can't really see too much, but there it is with the glare. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut that off so you can see that bright orange acrylic gemstone. See how much better it looks with the bright orange. If it had the yellow, it would just blend in with the chain. And you could always make this shorter and put a teardrop yellow bead there. These are glass beads. Okay, they're really nice. And like I said, all the links for the chain, the filigree will be below in the description box. Be sure to check it out. I'm really happy with it. And I'm just going to move it around so you can see it in different light. It makes a great spring and summer necklace. And again, if you don't want to buy the beads, the bead chain, again, if you really don't want the beaded chain, you can just go ahead and make your own beaded chain. But I mean, this is great because it's already there for you. I love that. And again, like I said, the links will be below. And they have many other colors at BB Crafts. And you can also find them online, I think on Amazon, BB Crafts. So go ahead and check it out and make yourself one. And I just love these filigree connectors because I love how you can layer it. As many layers as you want. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in my videos. Bye.